Hello, Pat Skeets here again. Today I'm going to show you some Christmas cards. Now I am not a card maker usually. I only do Christmas cards and only for the last 2 years. But this year I found something new to me. I'm late to this game, but anyway, I found this Griffin vintage Christmas card toppers in a set like this. And I thought this would be easy. In previous years, I have made all of my Christmas cards with Cricut Design Space, and I used actually some Anna Griffin images on them, a lot of them as a matter of fact, because I love her stuff. I am familiar with her Cricut cartridges. And also I have some of her paper because it's been available at Joann's. But I was wanting something a little different, and when I saw these kits, so this is card toppers. I was just so excited because they're so easy. These toppers all come in this kit. And there's like, I don't know how many. There's tons. 48. So, they're all different with poinsettias and holly and roses and music themes and, I don't know. They're amaryllis, wreaths, birds. They're just beautiful. So they come in that box. So then I thought, well, I need something else. So I did a little more research, and there are embellishments for Christmas cards. Well, they would also be for scrapbooking, and since I do so much scrapbooking, I thought I could use them for that as well. So I am going to show you what comes. I couldn't believe how much came in one kit, and then we'll go through these cards with you and show you what I've done with them and the process for doing these. So this all came in one kit. Embellishments, more toppers. Now I have made over 20 cards already, and I still have tons. This is what I have left out of what came in that kit. When I opened it, I couldn't believe the quality. It's beautiful. A lot of these stickers are layered already. Okay, there's a whole bunch of sentiments that you can make your own cards with. So you wouldn't even need card toppers, but it does come with a bunch of more card toppers. Like, I only do about 20 a year, so I am sure I have enough stuff here to do cards the rest of my life. There's a beautiful corner. Now, these things all have gold leaf on them. Like, they're just beautiful quality. Oh, that's upside down. They're bells. I'm hoping that you're not getting, you're getting a glare. Sorry about that. They're just so shimmery. And this has a vase, a Chinese vase, Asian vase. They're just beautiful. Anyway, and then it came with, I've resorted them into different categories like roses, holly, gold. So here's a vase with a topiary. Different vases and containers that you can put the flowers, because there's a whole bunch of flowers in holly. Oh my gosh, they're just beautiful. So anyway, I'm going to, there's a whole package of gold flourishes and leaves. Oh gosh, I'm trying to do this so that you can see that it's gold, but it's so shimmery. Ornaments, more card toppers, a beautiful deer. There's trees. The flourishes are beautiful, and there's duplicates of everything. Plus, if there's a corner or a flourish turns to the right, there you'll find there's one to the left too, so you can balance your page. These are China patterns. Dishes, yeah, China patterns. Anyway, I want to show you some of the roses, because I just, oh, here's a whole bunch of holly, and these florals have containers. Look at these beautiful containers. And then there's all these flowers that you can put with them. Amaryllis, rose, there's a rose topper. There's all these you can make in the center of your card. Garland, I don't know, they're just so beautiful. But with this, I just happen to have this collection of Anna Griffin paper, and it just sort of goes perfectly with these roses, pink and red roses all over it. Now this is a whole collection, so there's this beautiful paper, so I can cut this paper out and use it as a background on the top of the card and add this and this and layer it and lift them up, layer them with a sentiment, and it's just so easy to put together. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes to put a card together, because you're just picking from all this beautiful stuff. What takes the most time is just deciding what to use. So look at this collection. That works beautifully with them, but that's an older collection that I happen to have, and I was delighted. But I did order some more, and I'm going to show you. I ordered, whoops, dropping something here. I ordered this. Now this is beautiful backgrounds for cards too, and this collection has different prints. This is a plain black. Let me use that. A small print. Like, these would look beautiful on as a background on a card, or with a card topper on top, and then you add some flourishes, and oh my gosh, it's just so easy to put them together. This would be a beautiful background. The flowers would show up wonderfully on that. And, well, that's just plain pink. But here's another print with a black background. I love the black background. Plus, you can use any Christmas paper that you have already, which I have done on several of mine. So there's a light pink and a pink dot. So I did separate the pink roses in this grouping because I just like Okay, now I'm going to show you a pad, another pad that I just got that I could use for these cards. This is Anna Griffin Eleanor paper pad. So look at that. This has several sheets of each pattern. This I've used on some of the cards I'll show you. This is beautiful too for the background. Like, you just cut a piece on top. I'm going to show you how I made these, but I wanted to show you these beautiful papers. I sound like an Anna Griffin commercial. I guess I am. I've always liked her stuff, but anyway. So there's, that's all just the floral stuff that I had separated. Now, as I mentioned, I've already made 20 cards, and this is what I have left over. It's quite a bit. So I am going to, I'll put that over there. And here's some, the red I sorted. There's wreaths, corners, presents, ornaments. See, there's a left and a right on this. Anyway. Okay, it's so much fun putting these together. Plus, it's very rewarding because it takes no time at all to create something absolutely beautiful because everything you're working with is so pretty. So, okay, I started off with, I use 8.5 by 11 paper, and I just score the center, and then I use that. I like a bigger card, so I think these are A9, and I buy A9 envelopes for them. So this card I made sideways. I think it's the only one that I did sideways, but anyway, I used a topper here. And I happen to have an Anna Griffin die that I cut out in gold behind. The way to do these cards is layering. So I cut out a red patterned paper, and I cut it a 1/4 of an inch narrower and shorter. So I've embossed it, as perhaps you can see that it's embossed. And then I glued it down. Then I did a border across here as I copied like the toppers. They all have a ribbon across, so I just did one right across the card, and I embossed it as well. Then I put the gold border frame underneath. I placed this on top on lifters, and I happen to have a pine die, so I ran gold lines as if these ornaments were hanging from the branch. So these they come already layered and thick. You can see that some of these stickers are layered already. Anyway, then I added a holly branch and some enamel dots, and I think this makes an absolutely beautiful card. Now, the other thing with her cards, which I thought was so classy, is that on the inside there's this paper, and this is just printer paper that I used, and I printed my sentiment on my Cricut machine right here. I've signed this one already. I printed my sentiment, and I added a little sticker at the end after I glued everything. But then I just cut, again, a 1/4 of an inch off the top. I folded it after I had printed it. Cut a 1/4 of an inch off and the side, and then I placed it in here so that it's even all the way around, and it's on the right-hand side of the fold. Then you run your tape runner all down here. I've already taped this, so I can't open it. You run your tape gun all the way down here and place it properly. Then you just fold this on top and rub it. And when you open your card, it's like this. Really pretty, right? You can see on the fold here, it's just inside the fold. So if this were the card, you would run a tape there and fold it and run your hand. So it's quite simple, and I think this is kind of classy looking. So that was one card. On this one, I used a different paper, Christmassy paper that I had with holly on it. So I used a card topper here. Now, these card toppers fit 7-inch cards, I believe. So mine are 8.5. So I did cut paper and embossed it, and then I attached the card topper to the top. But in the background, you do a gold frame, or I did. You don't have to. You can do any color frame you want. And then I embossed it so that if you're using gold paper or silver or whatever, embossing foiled paper is the only way to go. It's just beautiful when you do it. It shows up so much. It just shimmers and sparkles. So I'm hoping that these are showing up without too much glare, because there is, you can see, and then I hope you can see how layered they are. They're all, you lift this, and then I lifted the corner here. I added enamel dots and lines and just had fun playing around. Added a holly here on lifters, plus this is already lifted. So it makes these cards like 1/4 of an inch thick. And they're just beautiful. So this too has an red embossed paper background. And then I did the Anna Griffin frame. It's a bigger one. Then there's the smaller one inside. You can barely see it. Layering everything is the way to go on these. So this is, again, the topper and 2 corner embellishments of holly. I added tiny little berries on the holly all over here. And then I added dots all around. I think these are so pretty. And then I added a little tiny with a different... When I printed my messages on the cards, I used the pen that was the color of the base of the card. So I have green ink on green cards, red ink on red cards. Now this one is some Anna Griffin paper. And I got tired of cutting out all these dies with my Cuttlebug. Oh, winding and winding. So I thought, I'm going to look in Design Space for some frames that have that are delicate and nice enough that they would go with this stuff. And I found several, so you'll be seeing some of those coming up. I did also do an offset for this one. Some of them I did and some I didn't. And I embossed it too because it is in the gold. So, then this card, so pretty. Just lifting everything and layering is the way to go. So they really only take about 10 minutes each, and it's just so much fun. So here's a background, a gold background on this one, and I did not emboss this. I must have forgotten. Or because there wasn't an offset, I thought it might rip. Anyway, there's just the center. I did a ribbon again, lifted everything. There's ornaments, gold leaves, gold flourishes. And this is Anna Griffin paper with the pink flowers, and then so I used the pink flowers. This is a different die that I had. It's a circle die, and I just tilted it, tilted my sentiment, and added some gems on here. So nice. Everything's so lifted and dimensional. This one has a lot of gold. It's sending warm Christmas wishes is the sentiment, with lots of holly and a bird. And I put a present here. I did emboss the ribbon that I taped under the topper. And there's my sentiment inside. On the back, I stamped, "You are card worthy, handmade just for you." So this one has a different Cricut Design Space frame at the back. I did not emboss this paper. It does have glitter, and it is already dimensional paper. So anyway, I put a Christmas tree on this one. A flower, ornaments, holly all over. And these have ribbon on them already. Some of them. I'm just adding dots for embellishments. Joy to the World, beautiful. Poinsettia on this with a beautiful wreath, and then I just added gold flourish here. Emboss the ribbon again. I didn't emboss this, I must have forgotten, because the gold is always so much nicer when it is embossed. But I like doing enamel dots, so I put tiny little ones on the wreath where there's holly, and a gold gem in the middle of my poinsettia. This is a little different. I moved the card topper. I used a different kind of paper and moved it over to the side instead of having it run right down the center. And then I used this lovely corner lifted over here that goes over it, and then add another flourish up there. Now this I did do the offset for this frame, and then I embossed it too so that the gold really shimmers. Oh, hope you can see all these. Then I just added some gems, random here and there. This one's more botanical, like outdoorsy because of this paper. So I just used holly on this, and this has leaves and holly on the card topper. I made a ribbon for it underneath, and I did emboss that ribbon. I also embossed the frame that's behind it. And I love the tree. I did decorate this tree with gems and added enamel dots around. I hope you're getting this. Beautiful cards and such fun. I was so excited to be able to share these with everyone. Now this one is embossed as well, and I used the Griffin roses paper on the background inside the frame, a different one, a mini polka dot on the outside, and just layered and layered and layered. So there's flourishes and the rose here with a sentiment in the middle. And there's that one. Now this is beautiful too. So this is just snowflake paper. So I embossed this card with snowflake embossing folder that I had. I also did a ribbon that has a double layered ribbon. I embossed this green part with snowflakes as well. Then I just added some holly because of this sprig here, and some gold there, there, and there. And at the base underneath all this is an Griffin frame die. It's my favorite one that I have. It's delicate, and yet it's very pretty. I also, all these cards, and I had all that left over. Plus my girlfriend made a few cards here too. So with this. Okay, so this is just a holly paper background and a different design space scroll type frame underneath. Then I added the ribbon to the topper, and just these, the gold flourishes, the holly, some enamel dots here and there. Loving it. This one too, so pretty. This is just with Christmas paper that I had, and the poinsettia on the card topper here. I just used another poinsettia sticker. It's layered as well, so everything, it's lifted again after this is lifted, so everything's really dimensional on these cards. And this is another flourish. Oh, this one I forget what happened with this. Anyway, oh, I think I did this one at the beginning, and I decorated it with a wavy border and a border punch. Then I put some of the same paper that was on the outside on the inside, and this is a sticker that I had, or it's chipboard. And I did a stamp for the sentiment here. So I did it, and then I double matted it on green and red paper and stuck that down. So I did decorate. Now this is the way I was decorating my cards before on the inside. In the previous 2 years when I was using my Cricut for the cards. But this time I used the white paper. So after I did that one card, I remembered the white paper thing. So, okay, so this one too has the pine paper. So it's I put gold corners up here, and then the gold branch at the bottom of this, and I used another gold Griffin frame with embossed green paper behind, inside that frame. Then just this topper, and added these sprigs. I mean, they're just so pretty, adding enamel dots, and the card's all done. Quick and pretty. This one's kind of feminine with the pink and black paper in the background. So I added an embellishment with that. This frame is from Cricut, and it's embossed. This paper is Griffin, and I did emboss it before I put it down. It gives everything texture. Even this background paper is embossed. So I added a vase with the rose on it over here, and a message. And then there's these are the roses ones that I've done seams. Look at this beautiful sleigh. And then I added a sentiment, and that's just a big rose spray. This is embossed, the background paper, and the gold frame is from Cricut. I use black enamel dots on this, and a few gems here and there, because it gives it a little more glitter. This one is embossed. I embossed the background paper, and there's a lot of gold on this. This is mostly gold with just a couple of roses there and there. Then I added more flourish. Here, there's ribbon on this one, and added some gems here and there, gold gems around it. These cards are so pretty. I hope you, just giving you an idea, because they're so easy for people who aren't card makers. I also can use all this stuff on Christmas albums. So this one I did in white. And I think the next time I do these cards, I will be doing more colors, like black and red and stuff. So anyway, this is snowflake paper that I embossed with snowflakes. Same with the ribbon behind. I embossed that. There's just this card topper, a gold flourish here, a poinsettia there, some holly here, and my card's done. There's just some pearls on this one. So, and then we have, I did a vase on this with the roses. Because it has a rose on it, I used it for my rose paper. I love that paper. It just works so well with these cards. So I did matte the frame from Design Space, or I did an offset in black on this one because of the black background paper. So this one used 2 of her papers, the background and inside the frame. So just put a sentiment in the middle, and that one is done too. So I hope you've enjoyed these, and maybe I've shown you an easier way. I know Anna Griffin's been around a long time, but I had no idea she had such a big business going. So I hope you enjoy making Christmas cards this year, and maybe I've given you some ideas. I'd like to thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas.